Yeah. Would you like me to speak to you in English or in Thai?
English ก็ได้ค่ะ
English ก็ได้ What do you want to know about Buddhism?
Whatever you speak, I'd like to know.
What do you know about Buddhism so far?
So far, it's a free religion.
What do you mean by free? Not paying money?
ไม่ใช่ เป็น freelance, so it's very open. It's a very open religion and very peaceful.
Buddhism doesn't force you to do things, doesn't force you to believe.
Yeah.
It's just like a school that gives you information.
Very good.
It's up to you whether you want to use it or not.
Sure.
You can take it or you don't have to take it. Because Buddhism teaches the law of karma. What you get is what you do. Buddhism just tell you how to do good karma and how to prevent bad karma. But you are the one who has to decide whether you want to do it or not. Like good karma is like being charitable, being kind, being nice to people and other living beings like animals. When you are kind, you're nice, you are charitable, it makes you feel good, it makes you happy. If you're mean, if you are unkind, if you hurt other people, then you're also hurting yourself because you're making yourself unhappy. So Buddhism teaches you to do good things and avoid doing bad things. The bad things that Buddhism teaches us to not to do are the killing, stealing, have sexual misconduct. If you have to have sex, you should have it with your spouse or your husband or your wife. In Buddhism, sexual misconduct means to have sex outside of your marriage. If you want to have sex, you should have it with your partner, your husband or your wife. And also to avoid speaking falsehood, lying. If you want to say anything, say the truth. If you cannot say the truth, just shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. Then you won't be lying. If you find that by saying you will be lying, you just say, oh, I cannot say this. If somebody asks you something and you say, if I say it, it will be lying, then you just say, I cannot say it. That's all. Then you won't be lying. Lying is not good because it will discredit yourself. Nobody will believe you again once you start to lie. So if you want to be credible, you should speak only the truth. When you don't hurt other people, then you won't feel bad. If you kill, you will feel bad. If you steal, you will feel bad. If you commit adultery, you will feel bad. So the Buddha said you should avoid doing these things to protect you from hurting yourself and hurting other people. While doing good will only make people happy, make other people happy, and also make you happy. Like when you help some people, when they are in need, you help them, they're happy, you also happy. So this is the good and the bad karma that we should do and should avoid if we want to be happy, if we want to be trouble-free. in order to be able to do this good karma and avoiding doing bad karma, you also must not take in drugs or drink alcohol. Because when you drink, you get drunk, then you will not be able to control your karma, your action. So this is basically the Buddha's teaching. He also teaches the higher kind of happiness, the happiness that you can have within yourself. You don't need to have money to make you happy. You don't need to have things to make you happy. If you know how to meditate, when you meditate, your mind becomes calm and peaceful, and you will have another kind of happiness. This kind of happiness is better than the other kind of happiness, because you don't have to rely on other things, other people to make you happy. And things that you rely on are not dependable, are not always reliable. One day, sooner or later, they will not be able to let you depend on them, because everything sooner or later will have to crash. Everything will have to break up. People die. Things become useless after a while. So if you rely on people or things, when they cannot be reliable, then when you cannot rely on them, then it makes you feel sad. But you can always rely on your meditation practice. Once you know how to meditate, you can always meditate. You can always make your mind peaceful and calm and happy. The way to meditate, we call Buddhist meditation, we call mindfulness meditation. You have to be mindful of something in order to prevent you from thinking about other things. Because when you think, your mind becomes restless and agitated. Your mind starts to crave for things, for things that you think of. So if you don't think about anything, your mind can become empty, become blank, and become peaceful and calm and happy. So in order to make your mind peaceful and happy, you need to be mindful of one thing only, not to let your mind go think about other things. Like if you meditate, when you sit down, you be mindful of your breathing. Just watch your breath, your in and out breath. Be mindful of your breath. And if you concentrate on just watching your breath, then you cannot go and think about other things. If you go think about other things, it means you're not mindful of your breath. If you're not mindful of your breath and you keep thinking, you will not succeed in your meditation. Your mind will not be calm and happy. But if you can concentrate on your breath, mindful of your breath, and not thinking about other things, then your mind will become calm and peaceful and happy. So this is the way to make yourself happy without having to rely on money, on people, on things. Whenever you feel sad, just sit down and meditate. When you stop thinking about the things that make you feel sad, then your sadness will disappear and happiness will return. So this is basically what the Buddha teaches. So if you want to be happy and not hurting yourself or other people, and meditate. You think you can do these 3 things?
I can try.
What's so hard about it? The good thing is easy. Sharing things, you have something, share with your brother. If you have more than you can use, share with someone who doesn't have. In order to have things to share, you must not you must not use them too much. The Buddha said just use things sparingly, just enough for what you need. Don't use more than what you need. Then you will have something left to share with other people. If you use more than what you need, then you won't have anything to share with other people. Like money, if you spend more than you need to spend, then you spend it all. But if you only spend on what you need to spend, you might have something left to share with other people. It's better to share because you will feel happier than spending money on yourself. Spending money on other people makes you feel better than spending money on yourself. You believe that? Try it. Instead of buying something for yourself which you don't need, buy it for someone who really needs. And you can feel the happiness arises from your sacrifice, from your generosity. So this is basically the formula to make you happy and to prevent you from being sad. And you can, if you have sadness, you can get rid of your sadness. When you are sad, simply it's because your mind wants something and you cannot get what you want, so you become sad. And all you have to do is stop your wanting, stop your mind from thinking and wanting. When you meditate, you stop thinking, stop wanting, then your sadness will disappear. You don't need to have money. If you want things, you have to have money. And when you don't have money, you become sad because you cannot buy things you want to buy. So when you cannot buy things, just go meditate instead. When your mind becomes peaceful and calm, then you don't need anything, you don't want anything. So you should learn to be mindful, because if you're not mindful, you cannot meditate. When you sit and you're not mindful, your mind will wandering, thinking about everything. So you should learn to be mindful in your daily life. From the time you get up, you should be mindful of something, one thing. You can be mindful of your body, watch every movement of your body. Whatever you do, just be mindful of your body, watch it. Like when you are brushing your teeth, just be mindful of just brushing your teeth. Don't let your mind think about other things. If you focus on your brushing your teeth, then you cannot go think about other things. Just concentrate or focus on what your body is doing at the moment. Then you will have mindfulness. Then when you don't have to do anything, you can sit down, close your eyes, and watch your breathing, watch your breath. When you sit down, your body becomes still. When your body becomes still, it will help to make the mind become still. In order to make the mind become still, you have to make the body become still first. If your body moves around, then your mind cannot become still, because your mind is the one who tells the body what to do. See, the body is the servant, the mind is the master. Everything that the body does has to take command from the mind. Before you can come here, the mind has to think first. Think that I'm going to come to this place. Yeah. Before you can get up, the mind has to think first that I want to get up. Before you can walk, the mind has to think first. So the mind is the one who tells the body what to do. And if you want the mind to be still, you first must let the body be still. So you have to sit down. When you meditate, you have to sit still, not moving around. Then you focus your attention on your breath in order to keep your mind from thinking. And if you can persevere, if you can control your thoughts, stop your thinking, then your mind will become still. And when the mind becomes still, the happiness of the mind will arise. And this kind of happiness is much better than other kinds of happiness. More profound, more intense. Once you have this kind of happiness, then you don't need to have any other kind of happiness. You don't need to have a boyfriend, you don't need to have a husband. When you have a boyfriend, you're going to have trouble with your boyfriend. You're going to quarrel, you're going to worry about him, you're going to be unhappy when you don't see him. So instead of being happy with having a boyfriend, you become more unhappy. So it's better not to have anything, because everything is unreliable. Everything can disappear from you anytime. And the happiness that you get from those things will also disappear. And in place will be happy and will be sadness. But if you can meditate and make yourself happy, then you don't need to have anybody or anything. So I recommend you try to meditate. Before you can meditate, you have to be mindful first. You have to have strong mindfulness to be able to stop your mind from thinking. If you don't have strong mindfulness, your mind will keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and your mind will not become calm or still. Then you will not be happy. You will become restless and agitated. You want to get up, you want to go do something. That's because the nature of the mind, once it's not calm, it keep on desiring for things, desiring to do things. It cannot be happy not doing things. See? But no matter what you do, it only brings you a brief happiness. And then that happiness then will disappear. And then it will make you do more things to make you happy again. But then one day your body will not be able to do what your mind tell it to do. When your body gets sick, get old, then you won't be able to use the body to make you happy. Then you will be sad, depressed. So it's better not to rely on the body to make you happy. It's better to rely on meditation to make you happy. Because you can meditate regardless of what happens to the body. The body can be sick, can be old, and you can still meditate. Because when you meditate, you don't use the body. You use mindfulness. So try to develop mindfulness as much as possible. From the time you get up to the time you go to sleep, you can develop mindfulness. Just being mindful of your body, mindfulness of the body. Whatever the body is doing, just be with that action. Don't go elsewhere. Don't let your mind and body separate. Let them do things together. Nowadays, people think that you should multitasking. Let the body do one thing and the mind go think of doing something else. This will only make your mind become restless and agitated and not happy. No matter how much you can achieve, you won't feel any happier. So try to be mindful and try to focus on only one thing. If you use the body, just watch your body. Or you can use a mantra. You can repeat the name of the Buddha mentally, reciting Buddha, Buddha, or Bhutto, Bhutto. If you recite, then you cannot think about other things. Then when you don't think, then you don't create any emotions. your emotion arise from your thinking. If you don't think about anything, then there will be no emotion. Your mind will be calm and rational rather than emotional. So try to do it. Do it one day, just to see what it's like. If you can do it, I think you will find something that you never had before, something good, something that you will like, and it will be your refuge in time of stress, in time of sadness, in time of loneliness. You can use meditation to get rid of all this sadness and loneliness. You can be happy being alone. Okay? พอแล้วยัง พอแล้วนะ
พอแล้วค่ะแชร์คนอื่นนะคะ
แชร์คนอื่นบ้าง Okay, you have my books in English. Read.
ของแล้ว
อีก2 ชุดเหรอไม่ได้มาด้วยกันใช่ไหม
เอามาที่ค่ะไม่ได้
ไม่ได้อยู่ด้วยกันไม่อยู่บ้านด้วยกัน Do the 2 gentlemen have any question? Okay.
one set each
You are from Vancouver?
Yes.
Vancouver. I just gave a talk to people in Toronto a couple of days ago through Skype. We can connect through Skype. There are a group of people meditator in Toronto, and they need some guidance and instruction. So we set up a time of meeting, and then we connect through Skype.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was 9 p.m. Here in Thailand, and it's about 10 a.m. in Toronto in the morning.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. So did you hear what I said to the boys and the boy and girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very good advice. Very,
All right.
very good advice.
Buddhism is really the system of teaching, a set of instruction how to lead your life in a way that will make you happy, and not having to relying on anything.
No. I just like the peacefulness.
Yeah.
That my life now is later over 75, and I just love the peace.
Yeah. Once you have peace, then you don't need to have anything.
No,
Yeah.
that is yes.
And it doesn't matter what condition your body might be in, because you don't need to use the body.
No, I just find peace.
Yeah. Just try to calm your mind, stop thinking, then you'll find peace
Yeah, I just
and happiness.
with the Buddha, very peaceful.
ก็เมื่อกี้ก็ได้พูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษญาติโยมคงจะเข้าใจกันก็สอนให้ตามที่พระเจ้าสอนให้ทำดีให้ละบาปให้ทำใจให้สงบอันนี้เป็นสูตรตายตัวของจิตใจมีความสุขถ้าเราได้ทำความดี จิตใจเราทุกข์ถ้าเราทำบาปจิตใจเราไม่สบายถ้าเราไม่สงบถ้าจิตใจเรามีความอยากใจของเราก็จะไม่มีความสุขต่อให้เรามีอะไรมากน้อยเพียงไรก็ตามสิ่งต่างๆที่เรามีนี้ไม่สามารถทำให้เราดับความอยากได้ต่อให้เราหามาอีกมากมายเท่าไหร่ได้มาแล้วก็หมดความหมายไปความอยากใหม่ก็ยังมีโผล่ขึ้นมาเรื่อยๆความอยากใหม่จะหยุดได้ก็ด้วยการทำใจให้สงบแล้วก็สอนใจให้เห็นโทษของการทำตามความอยากว่าไม่สามารถที่จะตอบสนองความสุขให้กับเราได้สิ่งที่เราได้มาแทนที่จะให้ความสุขกับเรากลับจะให้ความทุกข์กับเราเพราะว่าเป็นของชั่วคราวได้มาแล้วเดี๋ยวก็หมดไปพอหมดไปเราก็อ้างว้างเปล่าเปลี่ยวอีกดังนั้นเราอย่าไปทำตามความอยากกันเพราะจะทำให้เราวิ่งตะคุบเงาไม่รู้จักจบวิ่งไปเคยวิ่งตะคุบเงาดูไหมตามมันไม่ทันหรอกมันอยู่ข้างหน้าเราอยู่เรื่อยเงามันจะทอดอยู่ข้างหน้าเราอยู่เรื่อยๆเราวิ่งไปตะคุบมันไปมันก็ขยับไปเราขยับไปมันก็ขยับไปความอยากของเราก็เหมือนกันพอมันอยากให้เราทำนี้พอเราไปทำปั๊บมันก็ไปอยากอย่างนู้นนะพอไปทำอย่างนู้นมันก็ไปอยากอย่างนี้ต่อใช่ไหมทุกวันนี้ยังอยากอยู่ป่ะไม่อยากได้นู่นก็อยากได้นี่ไม่อยากได้นี่ก็อยากให้เป็นอย่างนั้นเป็นอย่างนี้มีความอยากหลายรูปแบบความอยากในรูปเสียงกลิ่นรสความอยากให้เป็นอย่างนั้นเป็นอย่างนี้ความอยากไม่ให้เป็นอย่างนั้นเป็นอย่างนี้พุทธเจ้าบอกความอยาก3ชนิดนี้อย่าไปทำตามมันหยุดมันได้ไม่ตายไม่ทำตามมันไม่ตายอยู่เฉยๆได้มีความสุขมากกว่าแต่เราต้องรู้จักทำใจให้หยุดมันถ้าหยุดมันไม่ได้มันก็ทรมานเครียดเวลาอยากแล้วไม่ได้ทำอะไรตามใจอยากก็อึดอัดYou want to ask anything? No. You know that beside what you heard today, there are things that you might not hear or might not believe. That life doesn't end with your body, the death of your body. Your life continue on because the mind doesn't die with the body. The mind will go seek for a new body. We call rebirth. So this is something that the Buddha had discovered, that as long as you reborn, then you will have to go through the same problem that you're going through right now. Because once you are born, then you will have to get sick, get old, and die. And the Buddha said that if you don't want to be reborn, you have to stop the cause of your rebirth. And the cause of your rebirth are your desire. Your desire to see, to hear, to feel, to touch things. Or your desire to be something or not to be something. The desire to be or the desire not to be. If you still have this desire within your mind, when your body dies, this desire will push your mind to go look for a new body. If you still want to see, if you still want to hear, like if you want to watch movies, listen to music, when you don't have this body, then you will have to go look for a new body. It's like when you have to use the phone. If you still want to use the phone, if you lose this phone, then you will go buy a new phone, right? You cannot say, okay, no more phone. Because you have desire to use the phone, see. So you have to get a new phone. If you have the desire to use a car, when your old car breaks down, or you lose the old car, then you go buy a new car. It's the same way. The body is just like a car to the mind. The mind wants to see, so it needs a body with eyes. Yeah? with eyes, ears, nose, tongue, so that it can enjoy the thing it see with the eyes and things it hear with the ears. This is what keeps you coming back and reborn. Reborn has a little good in it, but most of the time it's bad, because when you are born, you have to struggle to make a living, and then you also have to struggle or go through the aging process, going through sickness and death again, which is not anything, which is not something we like to do, but we cannot escape it. The only way to escape it, the Buddha says, is not to reborn. And the only way not to reborn is to get rid of your desire. And the way to get rid of your desire is to become a monk. Then you can have all the time to stop your desire by meditating. See, when you meditate, you stop your desire. Then you don't have to come back and reborn again. Reborn is not good, because there is suffering associated with being born. That is aging, sickness and death, and separation from the things that you love, from people that you love. This will always happen every time you have a birth. Every time you are born, you will have to get old, get sick and die. Separate from your loved ones. So if you don't want to have this thing, then you must not reborn. Don't come back. The Buddha don't come back. The Buddha, he's still alive, but he's alive with our body. See, the mind exists regardless of whether there is a body or not. So this is another thing that you should think about. When you feel bad, when you have to get sick, get old and die, then you say there's a way out. You can escape from aging, sickness and death. And you can be happy while you are sick, while you are old and while you die, if you have no desire. The desire is the thing that makes you unhappy. The desire not to get old will make you unhappy when you get old. The desire not to get sick will make you unhappy when you get sick. The desire not to die will make you unhappy when you have to die. But if you can stop this desire, then you will not be unhappy. And the only way to stop this desire is to meditate. When you meditate, you stop your thinking. When your thinking stops, your desire also stops. And your sadness and happiness also disappear. So meditation has many benefits. You don't have to go to work to make money, to buy things, to go on vacation, to go to places. No matter how much you do, how many places you've been, after you have been there, it doesn't mean anything. You're still back in the same place, still not happy, still want to have something to do. You will always want to have something to do. No matter how much you have done, you will still want more. So you should stop your want, your desire, by meditating. Once you can stop your desire, then you don't have to do anything. And you can be happier than going places or doing things that you want to do. Then you don't have to go to work. When you have no salary, you don't have to pay taxes. It's good to be poor,
Yes.
But we want to be rich, but we don't want to pay taxes.
No worry being poor.
Yeah. That's what the monks are. They are poor, but they are happy.
For sure.
The Buddha used to be rich. He was a prince, and he found he wasn't happy when he was a prince. But when he became a monk, he was happy. Because there's nothing for him to worry.
True.
When you got nothing to lose, when you got nothing, then you got nothing to lose.
No worry.
When you have things, then you have things to lose. You will lose everything that you have. Everybody. If you have 10 million, you will lose it one day. When you die, you cannot take it with you. It will go to somebody else. So you worry. See, you don't want to lose that. Instead of being happy, having 10 million, you become unhappy because you have this 10 million that you don't want to lose, but you have to lose. So it's better to be poor, intentionally poor. And in order to be intentionally poor, you have to stop your desire to be rich. See? To become rich. Then you meditate. When you meditate, you stop your desire to become rich. You become happy. Because there is no desire to drive you crazy. It's your desire that keeps you crazy, going crazy. Nothing else. People are crazy today because of their desire. They want to get this, they want to get that. And no matter how much they get, it's not enough. Want more. So this drives them crazy. So try to be mindful and try to meditate. This will solve the world's problem. If everybody knows how to meditate, then nobody will have to go seek for anything. There are plenty of things to go around. Because all we need are just the food and the shelter and the clothing and the medicine to exist. We don't need anything more than that. And there's plenty of them to go around anywhere. So this is what Buddhism is about, and it's like you say, it's free, it's open, it's up to you. Because whatever you do, you will have to pay the consequence of your own action. If you do good, you'll get happiness. If you do bad, if you keep desiring, you'll be unhappy. You will never find happiness. So do good and don't hurt other people and stop your desire. Then you will be happy all the time. Without having to have anything to make you happy. Because you have the peace of mind to make you happy. Others, มีใครอยากจะถามอะไรไหมวันนี้ฟังภาษาอังกฤษเข้าใจไหมเข้าใจกันนะเดี๋ยวนี้คนไทยเราพูดภาษาอังกฤษได้กันทุกคนแล้วถ้าไม่มีอะไรก็จะให้พรนะ I'll give a blessing ยะถาวาริวาหาปุราปาริปุเรนติสาคารังเอวเมวะอิโตทินังเปตานังอุปกัปปติอิชิตังปัฏฐิตังตุมหังคิปะเมวะสมิจจตุสัพเพปุเรนตุสังกปาจันโทปนะระโสยถามณิโชติระโสยถาสัพพิติโยวิวัจจันตุสัพพะโรโควินัสตุมาเตภวัตวันตรายโยสุขีทีขายุโกภวะอภิวาทนาสีลิสะนิจังวุธาปจายโนจตารโหธรรมวัฏันติอายุวันโอสุขังภาลัง
Abhijato